Sam Pittman, you can be a savior, but it's not going to be easy. MarkRogersTV, the voice of college football, breaking down every schedule in the Power 5. We've completed the Big Ten. We have now completed the SEC Western Division. Once we make it through the horrible Hogs at Arkansas. It really hasn't been that long ago since Bobby Petrino brought this program to 2 consecutive top 10 finishes in major bowl games. Consider that. Top 10 in the nation, Arkansas. 2010, 2011. One of those seasons in the top 5 in the country in the final AP poll. This school has won national championships. I know it's been a long, long time, but this is a proud, proud football tradition. And for those of you who have watched college football for less than, let's say, close to 10 years, I know you don't realize it, but Arkansas has been a main player on the big stage in the past. Even as recently as Brett Bielema's stay. He had to pick up the pieces, obviously, after the Petrino debacle and John L. Smith and so forth. And then Bielema comes in there, and they were awful their first season. And then he won some bowl games against the likes of Texas and Kansas State. And it looked like Brett Bielema was going to make this a respectable program, a competitor in the SEC. And then it just kind of came unhinged in losing double-digit leads against Missouri and in the bowl game against Virginia Tech. And then that final season, it all fell apart, a la Butch Jones, much in the same way as Butch Jones was building a competitor at Tennessee. Brett Bielema, in much the same way, it came unhinged in about a year and a half. This is what Sam Pittman's got, is a team at Arkansas where in the SEC, if you're Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Kentucky, when they were not a contender under Mark Stoops, well, it's assumed that you're going to get some wins out of conference against the group of 5 teams that you play, and obviously the FCS teams. You're just not going to be able to win games in the SEC unless you're playing Vanderbilt that week. Arkansas has been so bad. Consider whom they've lost to the last few years. They've lost to a Colorado State team that went 3-9 in the Mountain West. They lost to North Texas. They have lost to just some not even good group of 5 teams. They have not been able to win those games. They've been that bad. So this Nevada game right out of the gate, you think SEC team at home? Nope, it's not a automatic win. Nevada beat Purdue last year. So that's a toss-up. Going to Notre Dame. I think this is an interesting, intriguing game. I know Arkansas is going to be a huge, huge underdog in this game, but don't sell the Hogs short in this one. They go on the road to Mississippi State. They've got Texas A&M. Obviously, they're going to be huge underdogs in those games. Charleston Southern's got to be a win. Later in the season, Louisiana Monroe. So they've got the group of 5 game. They've got the Louisiana Monroe game later in the season, the FCS game. So they've got to go 3-1. They have to go 3-1 non-conference. Does it really matter? No. But to get this team a boost of confidence, to show that they're making progress, they haven't been able to win these games consistently in the last 3 or 4 years. It has been that bad at Arkansas. Winning a game in the SEC, that would be something as well. They need to do that. Win 1 game in the SEC. That is going to be an accomplishment to go 1-7 in the SEC, to go 4-8 overall. That's my benchmark for Arkansas football improvement this year. And again, it depends how they perform against the big teams. If they play respectable against the likes of Mississippi State, Texas A&M, those games, that is going to be huge for this program moving forward as well. Look at this gauntlet mid-season. Alabama, LSU back-to-back. Tennessee, Auburn on the road. 3 of those games at home shouldn't matter. But Arkansas could beat Tennessee. They could beat Ole Miss. They could beat Mississippi State. For whatever reason, even though Texas A&M has been much better, Arkansas typically plays the Aggies very tough. That game, a neutral site game again at Cowboys Stadium. So this is the season. This is the deal that they've got. The rotation comes up on Tennessee in the SEC Eastern Division this year. Missouri, obviously, has been the designated rival for the Hogs since Missouri joined the conference. The game in Columbia this year. So only 3 road games in the SEC. Alabama, LSU at home. Not that that matters. And the Hogs, another rough go. But Sam Pittman will try to start building a culture, a program, a structure there at Arkansas that is going to eventually start to compete with Ole Miss, Mississippi State, and then start up the rungs in the SEC Western Division. But this is what it is for the Hogs. Give them 4 wins optimistically. 1 of those come in the SEC. Who does it come against? Most likely, Ole Miss at home. But they've got a shot at Missouri. They've got a shot at Mississippi State on the road as well. That's our thoughts on Arkansas. We're taking the optimistic road again at 1 win in the SEC. Give us your record projection down below. And of course, our final prediction comes in August. But record projection as we conclude the SEC Western Division, we move on to the East next, right here at Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football.